What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Noob, and have you been watching Redo of Healer? I know I have. So, when this came out, the first thoughts that came to my brain is people were going to, be on the internet and scream their head off, especially since after the first episode of Goblin Slayer and the interspecies reviewers being taken down because of the stuff that they shown. But we're on episode 3 and I really haven't heard any complaints about it. Nothing. Twitter hasn't blown up. I haven't seen any petitions to remove it. The only thing I've really seen is, for some reason, people on Twitter are saying that the girl from Please Don't Bully Me Nagatoro is racist. Which I don't get. I don't care. They're wrong. But I'm here to talk about the first 3 episodes. Now, if you have been watching this anime series, you probably know that there are 2 versions of this out. There is a censored and an uncensored version. Now, the good thing about it is the censored version is not doing the massive shadows or lights or anything. No, actually what they've done, from what I've seen in the first episode, is they change a few little scenes around so they don't have to show you it. They still have their voiceovers or whatever, but they didn't show you the things that are happening, which I kind of like. But me personally, I went with the uncensored. And boy, I was not disappointed. If you saw the first episode, it was pretty tame. It was the basic story. He woke up, he got his memories back, he then becomes the hero, then he gets taken to the castle, yada, 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 yada. This is all before his life goes to hell. Now, the only thing that was in there that really needed changing in the censorship was towards the end, when the maids decided to have a little fun with him, because in this world, apparently, if you can get the fluids of a hero, you can break the level cap that you have, and so the maids wanted to get a higher level cap, so they all slept with him. And during this, he, would steal little bits of power from them, but this was the only thing that you really saw anything, because the only thing you really saw was the maids' great set of tits. It wasn't till episode 2 where you really see that the censored version is going to be nice for those who aren't ready for something that probably should have been classified as a hentai. In episode 2, this is where his life goes to hell. In the beginning, he's really arguing, I can't do this, it hurts too much, blah blah blah. And then the princess and I guess the head magical person decide to do what they did, which was poison him and make him basically a living slave. Now, it was in this episode that I saw a lot more than even I was willing to think that they were going to show, and I gotta tell you, I'm not disappointed, really. I'm not. I'm actually kind of glad that they decided to go down this route. Now, you might be wondering, if you haven't seen the uncensored or the show in particular, what did they show? Well, like I said, the fluids of the hero can break people's level caps, so people decided to get fluids from him. And I'm not talking just females, even men. So for a good portion of this episode, you saw our main character being doped up on drugs and basically used as a sex mule. And I mean men, women, the princess, apparently the other heroes. They all had their turns with him, and it wasn't even just the fact that they showed it. It was even there. Let me give you a great example. There was a scene where a man was giving the business to the main character while a female was blowing him. When he came, the female got up and hadn't swallowed yet, and the male who was raping him from behind went around and decided, no, I'm going to want some of that because I want my level to power up. And they kiss and share the stuff. Yeah. But that isn't the worst part of this episode. No. It isn't till the end, when the healer hero is basically getting his revenge You know, he traded places with the Knight Captain, and he gets to the point where he's decided to rape the princess. This was basically hentai from this point on. You see her being forced to pleasure herself, and there's even this point when he's naked and he's like, look, you're either going to sleep with me, or then he picks up this hot metal rod that they use to poke fire. It's like, you either get this rod or this rod. And she says, I'll take yours. And he's like, well, unfortunately, I'm flaccid right now. You're going to need to get me hard again. So he basically forces her to pleasure herself. And then he uses his healing powers to get himself hard again. And then he rapes her. And I mean, full on, Pornhub signal should have popped up or something. And they go at it. And then at the end, he erases her memory and changes her features and makes her his slave. Now, episode 2 is so far the most graphic of the episodes. Episode 3 came out, and there's a little bit of stuff being shown in the beginning, but not as bad as episode 2. In episode 3, there was a flashback that he had of his previous life, and it was showing how the 3 other heroes used him and abused him. And I'm talking all abuse. You had the princess, who has already got him drugged up and addicted to it, to where she's making him beg like a dog and all that, and she uses him to get off, so she pours the drug on herself and makes him go at it until she comes. And when she sees that he is, hard and aroused by this, she goes to town beating the crap out of his dick, and then she gets even sicker. She pours drugs on him while he's hard and then forces him to basically blow himself, which was something I don't remember in the manga, but hey, it could have happened. Now, you would think that would be the end, but no. Then comes the sword hero. Now, she is a female she's lesbian, plain and simple, but she is uber hard on for the princess. And she hates the fact that the healer hero, even though he's drugged up and being forced to do it, is basically having a taste of his princess. So she goes and beats the crap out of him, and then she forces her tongue down his tongue because she wanted to have the taste of the princess, and then she beats him up a little more. But then comes the part that even I was a little shocked that they were going to show. The healer hero goes back to his tent, and he finds rose petals and stuff on there, and then the gun hero, this big, muscular, dark-skinned man, comes in, and the basic way to describe the scene is beats the fuck out of him while pleasuring him at the same time. He literally violently rapes this guy, and then at the end almost chokes him to death while apologizing the whole time. He's got one of these sick fetishes where he feels he's loving him, but he has to cause him pain and all that. It was definitely something I did not see that they were going to show. So far, like I said, we've had 3 episodes, and I am surprised by how far that the company let them go. And quite frankly, like I said, I am very happy for it. Is it going to get worse? Oh, yes. Because at the end of episode 3, we got the Ice Wolf slave, who she is going to team up with him. And she is one of the 2 people who I truly think didn't rape. The hero didn't rape, because he tells her and another character later on, I won't spoil it, about what he's doing, about the power that he can do, and gives them the choice. So we're probably going to see them go at action before a battle goes on, and then more things are going to happen. If it continues to go at the rate that they are going so far in these first 3 episodes, I believe that this is going to be probably 2021's anime that people go, oh my god, how did they let this happen? Well, folks, like I've told you, I've enjoyed the first 3 episodes. I've watched them all uncensored. I've only watched the first one censored, so I don't know the censorship in the other 2, but if you are watching those, let me know what it's like in the comments below. Let me know what they changed. Or are you, perhaps like me, just watching the uncensored? Or are you one of the few who probably decided that you don't want to watch this, but wanted to stop by and see what it's about? Let me know if this either piqued your interest or made you walk further away. I'd like to know, so I know what you would like me to talk about more in the future. Folks, I'm the Noob, and thank you for joining me, and I'll catch y'all later. See ya!